Hey guys, who is Sterling here, and today we're going to be doing a Deepwoken 2025 very fresh slash new player progression guide. And I'm about a week old into this game, and I noticed that a lot of the new player guides and fresh player and all those guides are not geared towards fresh players. It doesn't explain much of anything. You need a whole bunch of things already, and as a new player, I didn't even know how to get half the things they're talking about. And so I'm going to try and make this as new player friendly and specific as I possibly can. So if you like the video, obviously leave a like, comment, and subscribe. But let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, I think every new player should start as Lone Warrior, which starts you off in the Trial of One. If you can't get past Trial of One and you're getting frustrated, genuinely just spend a couple days playing this game and only focus on Trial of One. And until you can get past it, I don't recommend starting anything else because progressing on a character and not making it past a certain point because you maybe died to a Sharko, which you would have fought, trial one. It can just be really counterintuitive. So without further ado, let's change our name into something that we actually wanna be here. Change our name to Dash Droff. Okay, that'll do. Origins looking good. Hair, whatever. Not going to choose any echo modifiers. Not even going to explain the echo shop. I do have advanced weapons, which is nothing crazy. It literally just changes what weapon you start with. These weapons don't have extra stats. It's literally a matter of preference. Battle Axe and Avenger are essentially the same thing. So if you are new, go ahead and choose Battle Axe. And just for the sake of this video, we will be rolling with the Battle Axe, just so you guys can see, like, okay, he's doing it the same way I'm doing it. Core attributes, I'm not even going to try and spec into anything crazy here. I'm not going to do an attribute guide. I think there are really good attribute guides already out there. If you have your build, go with it. I'm just going to show you something that works no matter what you're doing. And for attunement, I'm actually going to go attunement list. So that way, again, you can choose whatever attunement you want. And we're going to do this without attunements. So we're going to get past Trial of One. And one thing that I struggled with as a genuine new player is, okay, well, I got out of Trial of One, spent a couple days grinding that. And yes, it did take me 2 days to learn Trial of One. Maybe longer than most of you guys, but hey, if you're new, keep grinding, keep struggling through it, and eventually it'll become really easy. I am going to do a live playthrough and kind of talk about my decision making while I'm in Trial of One. I think that's something that, again, is not touched on. A lot of people just tell you about the monsters, tell you how you should fight them. I'm going to be telling you about the shrine and how you can kind of cheese stat points. And starting off here, I'm going to start with my weapon manual. Go ahead, get that rolling. And then charisma, sadly my highest thing. I don't like using training vest either, so we're not going to use any of that. We're going to wait until, okay, we're good. We can't use that anymore. And then since we're attunementless, we can choose what stats we're going to go. I'm just going to dump all my stuff into heavy weapons since I'm going attunementless. And then I'm going to run back here so I get a better view of the orbs. Something, again, I didn't see discussed. This is just a parry check. Pretty much just spam F. Very simple stuff. It speeds up after every 5 shots. Getting ready to speed up real soon. Speeding up. And speed up again. Now I just spam F. I literally am just spamming F. And it's okay to get hit because you heal after every trial. And so again, we can cheese the points, and you don't want to do too many because you're only, so if I go here, I'm only slotted 5, but I'll actually get another go at this, so I'll get 10, I think, or maybe just 5. I don't really remember, but you can do a couple points, cheese yourself a couple points, like maybe 2 or 3, and then go rest at the campfire, and you'll notice it'll start going up, even though I'm still allotting skill points. So let's see here. So it's going up, but I still, yeah, so it was going up, but I still was able to do that. So next is the Sharko. He double swiped. I didn't even try and do anything there. Kick, and I missed that. And I'm missing everything here. It's okay that I'm missing everything. It's okay to mess up. You just have to regather yourself and, get back in the fight, and you'll be fine. I dodge canceled too early. He's gonna shoot at me. Fine. And he's dead. So I did that one really terribly, but as you noticed, I think the most important part is to just keep your composure. Those things, they don't have a lot of health. He does a swipe, 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 kick. Sometimes he'll like triple kick you, as you saw it he did there. Don't dash cancel like I did unless you're really comfortable with this pattern. I don't think that this video is going to be representative of how you should fight these Trial of One monsters, but it's kind of like what am I doing? What am I gearing for after Trial of One? This is kind of just a live playthrough of a Trial of One and what you do after. I think if you want to watch a Trial of One guide, I think there are a lot of good guides out there that go over the monsters in depth. But if you guys want an updated one where I'm just walking around dodging the entire time and letting you see the full attack patterns and whatnot, let me know. Leave a comment. But right now we're going to focus on what this shrine does. This shrine is basically a mystic, and if you Google mystic on Deepwoken wiki, you can Google mystic, and you can see what exactly each choice gives you. And that's what you might want to do for specific builds. And so I don't have anything too heavily invested in my stat points enough to draw out specific things that I want. And that's okay, because like I said, I'm just going to be focusing on heavy weapon. Forgot I have to get my card real quick. My cards. And another thing is, like, I didn't see people talk about how to properly choose talents. Like, if you don't see something you like, then start looking at what they give as far as, like, passive. You always want to look at the passive +5s. So I'm going to go ahead and get Conditioned Swimmer. +5 health. None of this stuff really looking good for me. We'll just get the +5 health. Probably Loot Skipper coming up next after this. And then Proficiency is what I'm just going to max, just for the sake of this video, to make things a little faster. So more into heavy weapon. And notice I have like a couple extra points because of the little cheese stuff I did earlier, and you can do that with any stat point. Next up is the Stone Golem. I dashed and blocked, which I don't recommend doing. I'm just really lazy. Roll at the last second there. I missed that one. But yeah, you roll at the last second. Should be rolling here. Then I just like to run away, and I'll run back in right when he stops and hit him. So right when that orb stops moving is when you roll. I noticed that when I was new, I was having a lot of trouble with that. I'll kind of pinpoint the things that I know I struggled with. So yeah, like that little orb thing that shoots at you, right when he stops moving is right when you roll. You don't want to roll cancel, you want to roll until you're really comfortable. I don't think you should be roll canceling pretty much anything. I could have gone to the shrine to get heavy weapon mantras, I think. We'll just get Loot Skipper just for the sake of getting Loot Skipper. Why not? Whatever. +2 passive agility, because I don't want anything there. If you get a fold opportunity, take the fold. +5 health. Pressure Blast. I'm gonna roll 2 because I don't like that talent at all, pretty much. And then again, Proficiency whenever it pops up. Gonna keep going into heavy weapon. Might equip an Enforcer's Axe out of this. I think I have one, I don't know. Next up is a Thresher. Really, really easy. It's unfortunate that he's corrupted. Just makes the fight go that much longer. Hit 2 attacks after every single ability he Let me focus up really quickly. 2 attacks after every single ability he does, pretty much. I'm playing it a little safe because he has already hit me, and I'm trying to get his timing down. Okay, now we'll do 2 attacks in between everything he does. So it can do a critical M1 and still be able to land the parry once you get the timing down. Very easy. So I do want to make note of something. Notice I have 1 Megalodon hide. I'm going to be fighting, I think, 1 more Megalodon. And I do have Chain of Perfection, which does make Trial of One easier. But if you don't have Chain of Perfection, that's fine. You will probably be doing these monsters a little bit slower. It's not that big a deal. I did Trial of One without Chain of Perfection. Chain of Perfection is actually really easy to get. I suggest Primadon. He's literally like an advanced Sharko. He just has a Stomp, a Triple Stomp, a Swipe just like a Sharko, which is like a rock throw that you can dash or block, hold block on, and a kick that is just like Sharko, which is a little bit delayed. And I got Chain of Perfection as a week old player on that boss. Very, very, very easy boss that I recommend doing for Chain of Perfection. But I digress. We're going to be going still into heavy, and then this time I'm going to go over to the shrine to ensure that I get the mantras that I want. So I want heavy weapon mantras, not initiate level mantras. Oh, forgot I gotta select my cards. Whoops. We're just gonna get the hyper armor talent. Why not? More hyper armor talent. I don't really like the impairing bolt blow or anything like that. Onslaught's good, and so is punishment. So we'll just take onslaught. And it's good to take roll 2 up to like 3 or 4 roll 2s. So next up is the angels, and here's a huge tip I have when fighting these guys. Obviously do the M1, the critical cheese, and then swing after your M1. So you count to 3 after the dialogue box. We'll do 1, 2, 3, and then swing. And then they did the little glitch where they popped up, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. I have another tip for fighting these guys whenever this guy comes in. It's all about timing, by the way. Notice I'm literally just waiting for them to come attack me. I'm not moving at them at all. I will wait for them to come. Missed my parry, which is fine. He's gonna come back in. That's dangerous. Literally just waiting. They glitched out on each other. Sometimes they do that. And again, that's fine. They're being really annoying, which is I'm actually really happy for, because I get to showcase you guys how to beat them even when they're being annoying. That's fine that they're moving back. They're gonna eventually come to me. And it's all about patience, this trial of one. I might have buffed angels recently because I actually haven't struggled this long or this hard on these guys in a minute. But yeah, like I said, these can be pretty annoying. Okay, downed one. Big tip I have is fight the other angel on top of the angel, because even when I'm hitting here, that means he won't be able to get up. Every time I swing, he's not able to get up. And I killed them both there by baiting the other guy in and constantly swinging on top of the other angel. That's one thing that I genuinely didn't see in any tutorial, and that made angels so much easier for me, is when you down one, don't pick him up, literally sit on top of him and swing. And do the normal parries, get the timings down, and every time you swing, even if it hits the other angel while he's blocking, you keep the other one down, and that is very important. Up next is the Enforcer. This guy took me a decent bit of time to get his attack patterns down, but once you get his attack patterns down, oh man, he's a piece of cake. It's like a walk in the park, really. So, do a little bit of cheese on him as well. I missed. Oh well, he's gonna kick me. Parry. I feint. I like feinting versus this guy because it actually chips his block a little bit more than a regular attack. Like, regular attack usually gets parried. I do want to note, if I mess up my parry, I'm holding block. So I hold block because I messed up my parry. Missed the timing on that one. It's fine. Finally hit him. Parry. Another parry, M1. And I play really safe, really patient, because like I said, I'm a new player. A really experienced player could sit here and do all these combos in the middle of this guy doing this. I've literally seen it. And we're just trading here. We're just being real patient, simple. He fakes me out, I hold block. He doesn't fake me out, I M1 after my parry. Really, really simple. He faked me out, I hold parry, or I hold block, sorry. I hold block again because he faked me out. And then we just parry to reset our posture bar. See, that was dangerous right there, but a better player would have parried after that critical. Hold block because he faked me out. Parry. Parry. And I posture broke him, so he's dead. So it's that simple, it's that fast, it's really easy. Once you get the timing down. I'll say it's really easy once you get the timing down, guys. Once you get the timing down. We'll do passive agility, probably carry load and posture on the next one. Yep. See if I can get a fold. I don't know why I'm not getting any folds. It's really weird. I guess we'll just get the days, whatever. It's not like this character is going to be doing much of anything outside of progressing really fast for the sake of this video. I did want to make it quick. I do think it'll be a little long. That's fine. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you don't, let me know. Let me know how I can improve. Let me know what you want to see as far as like new player goes. Next up is Stone Knight. Again, really easy boss. You can attack twice. You can dash, by the way, the first swing. He's going to probably pick me here. Dash the first swing. I did the pillar as well. It's really annoying when he does that. You can attack twice between everything he does. It's just sometimes you'll see me play a little safe. So I messed that one up. And I dash just in case. I'm probably going to dash again here. Dash again here. And you can dash the first swing and parry. And notice I'm just walking him in a circle because I'm trying to avoid the pillar and I'm trying to avoid the kick. And I don't have to dash the first swing, I can parry it. Posture broke him and he's dead. The only reason he died so fast there is honestly because of Chain of Perfection. I won't lie to you guys. This stuff is OP in Trial of 1. So I do recommend, obviously, once you get past Trial of 1, see if you can get yourself like a good M1 boss killer build and go try out Prima Dawn, practice him until you've got him down. If not, Ferryman's also a good option to try and get Chain of Perfection on. And if you're really, really struggling, I don't suggest ever buying a service in this game because it does not make you better at the game. It's like you're not even playing the game at that point. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend getting carried through any content in this game because you're going to get the gear, you're going to get the stuff, and then you're going to wipe to something that you could have killed had you given yourself the skill and practice to do it the first time. Next up, we're just going to be going Fortitude and probably a little bit of Strength. Finally a fold. We'll just do Rending Impact, why not? Whatever. And roll 2 again. Next up, we pretty much beat the hardest part of the trial in my opinion, because next up is just a parry check and then an Ultra Sharko, or whatever you want to call it, Ultra Megalodon. Okay, next up is the parry check. I just like to look up in this corner and spam F pretty much. Okay, that's pretty much it. And so the next guy is the last boss of Trial 1. A huge tip is you're gonna M1 cheese, or you're gonna critical cheese him and just spam M1. I'm not even gonna block anything, especially when you're going heavy or any kind of weapon talent. Like if you're just stacking your weapon talent, you're not going fort, you're not going any elements, you're not going any mind or body talents. If you have enough damage with your weapon, which you can see here, I have 26 damage. As long as you have, I'd say, at least 25, 24 damage, then this should be a viable strat for you. If you don't, that's fine. You can still pretty much kill this thing in like 3 or 4 hits. Not, I wouldn't say 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6. And it's like, just dodge what the Sharko's hitting. Don't try and dodge or parry the orbs. You can hold block on the orbs. They don't do any posture damage to you. But you'll see I pretty much cheese this guy really fast. And the trick is there's going to be a dialogue that comes. Pretty much 1 second after that dialogue comes, you're going to critical. And you'll hear me count it out. I like to count it out. And then I like to do it. So posture and probably a fold. I do like Ready or Not. So we're just going to take Ready or Not. Carry load's fine. Heavy fatigue, meh. Don't like that. We're just gonna fold. And weapon proficiency again. And more fortitude. Get ready to fight after this. Count to 1. 1. I'm not even trying to dodge anything. He's dead. I literally didn't do any of the mechanics. I dodged the kick by walking to the side of him, criticaled him 1 time, and he was dead. So I got 2 Megalodon hides off that. It's very important because what we're going to do next is probably the essence of this video, because this video is really not catered towards somebody who's struggling in Trial of 1. It's somebody who doesn't know what to do after Trial of 1 to progress, I'd say, decently fast. We're not going to be going at the speed of light. We don't have Autodidact or Maverick or anything like that. And if you want to make a build that's going to power to 20 immediately and use these shrines, like Shrine of Blasphemy gives you, I think, 2 instant levels, something like that. We're going to take Shoulder Bash for mobility. And then we're just going to level up our Fortitude a little bit more to 50. I think we're at 50. Yeah, it's time to leave. and that's where the gist of this video's like. This is what I'm really trying to cover here. What to do after Trial of One. So basically, we're gonna go to Etris. We're gonna craft a couple things, and then we're never coming back. I say never coming back because I think lower Arisia is the worst way to progress in this game. It's full of old players that are just ganking freshies, and so the route that I'm gonna take you guys on. I do want to go back because actually, it's one time, the videos I've been watching, they say that you get teleported out. You don't get teleported out anymore. You get sent right here, which is at the beginning of Trial of One. Go ahead and walk yourself out through this hallway, climb up this ladder, and you're going to be going left through this slit, through this doorway, and up this mountain. Anything that tries to fight you, literally just run. Don't even try and fight it. It's going to mess up your rep with the ministry, and also it's like not even that good of XP. You're really just trying to get out of here, and we're just going to go off this cliff, hug the wall, jump down, and straight to the docks. If you need to replay the video or slow it down, feel free to. We're going to build a dinghy, spawn the dinghy, and we're going to get on out of here. And that's Trial of One done, and let's go ahead and start this character. And like I said, we're going to basically craft a glider with the Megalodon hide, which is called the shark skin glider. I noticed in the tutorial videos I was watching, they told you to just craft a glider with cloth. There's no point in doing that. It's only got, I think, 15 uses. The glider I'm about to show you guys how to craft is literally 150, way better. And also the guides that I've been watching, they tell you to go to Lower Arisia, and they don't even really show you on the map where you're going. This is Trial of One Minitirsa. We're going to be going down after we get onto the Sea Highway. So this is the Sea Highway. We're going to be going left and down. Straight through this gate right here. And yeah, we're not going to be going to Lower Arisia. Even if you're on a good server with not a lot of people, I don't advise going to this zone. It's, like I said, full of experienced players that are just going to grip you, send you to the depths. And, you know, while I'm an advocate for getting sent to the depths, I think you should be trying to go to the depths as much as you possibly can because, you know, it's lucrative. Not lucrative. It's imperative that you learn how to get yourself out of the depths. You know what I mean? Like, you need to learn how to fight in the depths, the monsters in the depths, all that stuff you need to learn. And we will do a quick video on how to get out of the depths. I will die on purpose just to show you guys that, hey, if you're under power like 15, you're getting sent to the depths. That's not something that you should really be worrying about because your trial isn't going to be an enforcer. It's not going to be a squibbo. It's not going to be a corrupted anything. If anything, it's going to be a mudkipper. And yeah, it should be fairly simple. I don't know why I'm lagging so bad. Oh my goodness. Wow. We're gonna relog. That's really bad. Dashdorf. California. Choose a low pop server if we can. And I like to keep this on just to check my ping because ping is important where we're going. Not exactly right now, but eventually it will be. And you can drink the well. Really easy. That's a new player. I don't know why he's fighting the guard. Really weird. Bad for your rep. Gonna walk up this hill. Kind of try and follow what I do. We're just trying to be as efficient as possible. And we'll go over movement really quickly because also that's something that I didn't find in any guide out there is how to move efficiently. You can usually get caltrops from this. If they're not there, that's fine. We can get them somewhere else. Oh, they're over here, my bad. So like I said, this area, not a fun place to be because if they weren't feeling it, or if they were feeling like it, they could have just killed me, wiped me, and I'd have to restart back over at my ship. Or Minitirsa because I don't think my ship spawned when I server swapped. But I digress. I did pass up the caltrops. You want to get at least one. My bad. So yeah, just get one. We're going to need a canteen. And we're going to start this like I have no notes, even though I do have notes in the bank. We're just going to start it like I'm genuinely fresh. That's why we have the battle axe. We have nothing on. I did get an enforcer's hammer and a relic axe, which is really cool. And I can probably use the enforcer's hammer. But we'll just use the relic axe for now. Just speed it up a little bit, just give myself a little bit more damage. First thing you want to do when you come in here, actually, my bad, come straight through the gates, talk to this guy right here, get yourself a lumber axe by pressing 1. He just gives you one for free, and from then on you can craft the lumber axe. So we're going to go up to the left here. We're going to go to the inn and try and kill the tree. The tree is not here. I can see it from here. And so we're going to have to choose a different server to spawn on, and that's fine. Choose a server until this tree spawns, pretty much. But actually, we don't have to, because luckily for us, somebody killed the tree but did not take the beeswax. So we're just going to go kill a random tree. Chop down, whatever you want to call it. Somebody's chopping down all the trees for some reason. It's just really weird. Sometimes you'll see old players do that. I don't know why. Maybe they're trying to go to ferryman. Who knows? Really weird activities from non-fresh players is what I found in this game. Is like they like to bully you if you're new. They don't like to help. And that's really the premise of this video. Is like I want to make a guide video for somebody who's genuinely new, like myself. 1 week old into this game. I noticed a lot of these guides, they don't cover the things that need to be covered from a new player's perspective. So first thing we do, after we got our wood, we got our calabash, and we got our beeswax, we go into the inn, and we can go ahead and click this guy. He's going to give us some money by going, how can I earn some money? 2, would you be able to spare me some cash? He gives us 25 notes. I'm going to use that to buy flint. But first, we're going to go to the blacksmith, and we're going to craft ourselves a canteen and a glider. So I'm in the craft station. I'm going to hit tab to open my inventory, shift to unlock my mouse, put the calabash in there, put the beeswax in there, craft me a canteen. Next, I'm going to do wood, craft 1 stick, submit, put the stick in there, take the wood out, and put the megalodon hide in there, hit craft. And if you do trial of 1 and you finish it, you will always get enough to do this. And like I said, 150 use glider, and you're good to go. Put all this stuff in our inventory. I like to talk to this guy on my way out. Don't worry, I won't snitch on you. So for later, if I need cloth, it's cheap. It's at a discounted price. And we're just going to sprint across this way. I could spam use my glider right now. I'm not going to. It's kind of lazy to be doing that. But yeah, we're just going to run across the rooftops like we're a little ninja. And if you are hungry, obviously you can buy some food with your notes. Don't recommend it because where we're going to give you infinite food. Buy a flint for 3 notes. And buy a pickaxe for 3 notes. You might be wondering, what do I need that pickaxe for? It's always good to just have tools on you just in case you find an outfit schematic where you want to craft it, but you maybe don't have the rocks, the iron, the whatever. Now you have a pickaxe to go ahead and craft that with. So 19 notes. We got our canteen, we got our wood, and we got our glider. We're going to go ahead and set out to what we need to do to progress. I've got no armor. I'm power 8. And this should fly by pretty quickly. I think we're on like the halfway point of this video. I'm going to try and make it like an hour long probably. And I might speed up the progression, but maybe not. I think we're just going to do a genuine like experience. You might see me die. And that's going to be part of the experience is like how do you get out of the depths as a new player? And we'll go over that really simply and fast. I'll give you a lot of tips as well. As far as like what to avoid when you're in depths, because sometimes you will get ganked. You want to come back down to this well. You see what I mean? So yeah, like I said, I'm power 8 and you're void walking. Yeah, okay. He's not void walking me. He's not void walking me.
Mow.
He actually is void walking me because he got the chest, but I mean that's really unlucky, and it does happen. That's okay that we didn't get a chance to fill up our canteen. It's not going to be that big of a deal. I don't have the water. That's fine. He actually did us a favor. And if that does happen to you, obviously my health bar is tainted now and I might die on the next go. But this is why we stay the freak away from lower Erisia and Erisia in general. I don't know how I got Void Walked at power 8. That's new to me. I usually don't get power walked until I'm 10. And I saw them there prior to me even being there. Sometimes I guess that does happen though. One thing I want to note, and in this video is actually going perfectly. This sea event right here is how you stop from getting Void Walked. If you are tired of getting Void Walked, you want to take no risk of getting Void Walked, what you're going to do is you're going to go swim around the sea, sail around the sea, and you're going to be doing this event. You're going to kill the guys in purple and run away. And you're going to see how I do this event. It's a little tricky because everybody will hunt you, and it's like you have to focus these guys right here in purple. Execute at least one, and you should be good. I like to make sure I get them all. Okay, should be good. They all drown, and we're done. And you'll notice my actions have pleased the Knives of Alis. Do that like 3 or 4 times, and you're going to be good to go, pretty much. You'll get your reputation up with the Knives of Alis, and you'll get off of their bounty board. I do recommend doing that as a new player, because getting Void Walked, as you saw, he had his little guildie there. He had an enchanted weapon. That guy was by no means fresh. It's talking about I'm Void Walking you at power 10, like, okay. Like, what are you going to do about that? I'm not in a PvP build. Also, I probably have less than, like, an hour spent PvPing. And so, you know, I could have made that eventful for him. One tip of advice I want to give you guys is most of the time when you get Void Walked, if you're getting PvP'd on, just sit there, take the L, especially if you're a PvEer and you're new. You're not going to really learn much from overworld PvP, especially with somebody who's maybe got a kit completely geared to stomping freshies. Like, that guy probably got absolutely nothing from that chest, if I'm being honest. And I didn't lose anything really of importance. I didn't drop my Enforcer's Hammer. I think I dropped maybe like a couple of things like a Megalodon Hide, but he got nothing from that. And that's part of the reason I think being a new player in this game is extremely annoying. It's because the old players, the veterans, they don't help. They kind of just poop on you and LOL at you. But yeah, once you get past that point, it's pretty fun. And once you get used to PvPing, it also gets even more fun. The first thing we're going to do, since we did Trial of 1 and we got lucky, we got a Thresher's Spine, is we're going to try and progress our bell. So just follow my path, and we're going to go straight to the guy that unlocks your Resonance path. If you don't know what a bell is, that's fine. You can Google it. I recommend Googling it. I recommend looking at what path you get, and you can literally Google this by typing Resonance path Deepwoken. It should be on the wiki. I think there's 4 paths. There's the PvP path, the PvE path, the depths path, and then the path that allows you to go whatever. It doesn't really matter, apparently, your path, and I am quite new to progressing a bell. I've only progressed it once, and I progressed it by killing Primadon like 6 times, Ferryman 2 times, and I got my bell. So you can pretty much just kill bosses to progress your bell path. You don't have to actually follow those paths, but for instance, if you're doing the PvP path, to progress that path, you have to do, I think, 30 kills in Chime, or like 50-ish in the overworld. PvE, I think it's like 5-6 boss kills. Maybe less, maybe more. Don't really know. Never gotten that one. The depths path, again, never really gotten that one. I think it's, again, 30 kills on players in the depths. And also killing corrupted monsters. First and foremost, we're going to go this way. Adjust the sail so it hits the wind just a little bit. And what do I even have? I do have Maverick, so actually I'm going to be leveling a little bit faster. That's fine though. And I have Manic and Glutton, so my food actually runs out a lot faster than usual. But I'm about to show you guys a pretty quick food hack that you can do. And honestly, you're still going to level pretty fast even without Maverick. I don't even think Maverick is good. I took it just to kind of speedrun a power 20. I wanted a power 20 M1 build that I could farm Ferryman and all these bosses that I was learning on. And I wanted to just do a attunementless, strength-based, heavy weapon M1 build that didn't take really any investment. I didn't have to Shrine of Order, and it still does, you know, okay damage. And I think that's something that a lot of new players should focus on is do a basic build first. Don't sit there and try and do these multi-attunement, need Shrine of Order, need Dawnwalker, because again, Dawnwalker's a layer 2 oath, and most people don't even know how to do layer 2 when they're starting this game. Don't even know where to go, don't even know how to turn on generator, stuff like that. Focus on the small things first, progress your way to those deep things. Like I said, I've been playing a week. I have done one part of layer 2, turning on a generator, and that's it. It's literally it. Because I don't want to say I'm too scared, it's just that I'm focused on other things. I haven't beat all of the layer 1 bosses, to include Duke, the Maestro guy, and I've done Ferryman, I've done Prima Dawn. I haven't even done Moon Knights. So, you know, there's a lot of things I can still focus on here, and then I'll progress my way onto layer 2. And I will definitely be making videos on a new player's progression as far as like an actual build I'm doing. I'm going to be doing a Gale Force Curved Blade of Wind build, but I digress. We're basically here. We're going to be going to the middle island on these 3 little islands here. And the reason we're going to this mid island is to progress our bell, or get the actual bell progression started. You don't want to get like power 20 and then start your bell. You kind of want to get it as fast as you possibly can. And you might be wondering, well, you're not going to go kill bosses now, so why? And it's like, if I get the multi-resonance path, oops, that's a big mistake, then I think it progresses. You just want to get it out of the way. So I click 1 and then I click 4, which is none of your business. Sure. Then I come turn this in. So, can you listen to my soul? What should I do? An Inquisitive Soul. Probably Depths Path. Yep. So I got a Depths Path again. Unlucky. That's fine. Whatever. Let's go ahead and get on to the progression part of this video, which is my favorite part. So we are going to be able to progress pretty fast. I do want to say that if you aren't comfortable fighting a King Thresher, then this progression guide is probably not for you. I do want to say that it took me a good, I don't know, like 3 hours to learn how to fight a King Thresher. Really wasn't hard. I did wipe a few times. I got sent to the depths a few times, but it really wasn't that big a deal because I just did this build in 20-some minutes. It took me no effort to pass Trial of 1, and it took me no effort to craft this glider, get a canteen, etc. I'm literally just going to run to this little Lightkeeper cave where there's a void zone where I get double XP. I think it's double XP. I know it's increased. I don't recommend sitting in this area right here, this Starswept Valley, and doing this job board quest. Can be good if you have friends or a guild, which I don't think most new players do. At least I know I don't. I'm completely solo. I am in a guild. It's just some random guild that this guy invited me to, but yeah. So I don't recommend this area unless you have friends or unless you are, you know, not a freshie. I think that's a very good area, and I think you're going to see similar progression pace. I think mine's a little bit faster simply because I'm soloing everything, and I get way more loot as well. I walk out of here with like 20 Umbral Obsidian, max King Thresher Spines, max Thresher Spines to spawn Prima Dawn, and so yeah. I prefer this method as well, also because it makes you a better player. If I were to go to Starswept and it's on like a really jam-packed server where there's multiple people there, I'm not really fighting those monsters by myself. I'm kind of just tagging them and running around, and I'm not an advocate for people who get carried. If you're gonna get carried in this game, I don't think, you know, you're gonna be any use in the end game, because in the end game, nobody's gonna want to carry you. They're gonna want supports. They're gonna want people that know the mechanics, that know the damage. So this progression path is really towards, or geared for, somebody that's leaning towards wanting to carry themselves, want to put the hours in, put the work in, and genuinely get better at the game. And do be careful, because I've seen, you know, astral events spawn here. I've seen multiple things spawn here. You can literally just server hop really quickly. That's what I like to do on a freshie, at least, because I don't have time to waste fighting that stuff. Especially astral event. It's like that's rare and all, but you're probably not going to be able to kill those things within an ample amount of time. It's going to take you like 20-30 minutes. And it's like, I would rather get to power 20 and then start running around the world and spawning those events in, and then, like, yeah. So, going to take these jump pads. I didn't jump high enough, unfortunately. That's fine. Just walk around this way. Oh yeah, I was supposed to go over movement guide. You can dash after your jump, your slide jump. You slide jump by sprinting, control, and then jump. In the middle of your slide jump. And you can usually get 2. When you slide on a slope, you obviously go down faster. I like to, and then your air dash goes wherever you want. I think shoulder bash breaks this, but I want to show you guys how to get through it without breaking it. So you just sprint at it, look down, roll jump. I missed. I'll land it eventually, and you'll see. There you go. That's simple. I just roll. It's roll and then jump at the same time, literally. But I think, yeah, shoulder bash does work. That's why I took it, but I did want to show you guys, yeah. Just gonna drop down here, use our glider to get up here, wait for the spider to come, and just run right past it. He hits me maybe a couple times, maybe once, that's fine. We run right past him, we don't even look back. We're running right up these steps. Let me see this little construct. Run on here, jump on this, jump up again, jump up again, and we are basically where we want to be, guys, okay? Got a little pieces of gear, not going to put them on, don't really care. One thing I did forget to mention is if you are like leveling, you should have bought some training pieces. I'm going to go ahead and buy those from my guild base. If you don't have one, obviously my bad. Definitely buy some training pieces before you come here. What I mean by training pieces, where's my little cabinet? These things right here. So I don't have a lot of notes to buy something, but what we are going to do is sell the little 2 pieces of gear I got. And if you don't have notes to buy those training pieces, you should start with at least 1. We're going to sell this, sell this, sell this, sell the Enforcer's Hammer, and the dialogue. I do have 131 now, so I can just grab a dumbbell and probably a boulder. They're very cheap, dumbbell, boulder. And again, if you don't have the notes to do this, because you didn't get any items, I think you should have at least like some materials from Trial of 1. If you don't, really unlucky. Just farm 1 cycle of this. Go back to, sorry, I'm all the way over here, by the way. But you're going to go back to either here or here where there's a dock and you can just basically sell really quickly. I wouldn't, I mean, where we're at, you can unlock Hive. And, you know, like if you watch the video to unlock the Great Hive, then just go to the Great Hive, sell your stuff, come back here. But I digress. So this is how I progress. We're going to get right into it. We start this bad boy right here, and we're going to drag him back. Okay, I missed my parry somehow. I want to drag him back into the void zone. Missed my parry again. Now that I'm in the void zone, I can chill. And he's dead. I killed him in the void zone, so I got more XP. Gonna kill this guy. Wait for him to come to me. Like I said, you did Trial of 1. This should be fairly easy to you. And these things are dying so fast because I have heavy proficiency and I have Chain of Perfection. So, I mean, they might not die as fast for you, but as long as you're comfortable with the patterns, this should be very simple. I'm gonna go down here, kill the King Thresher. I missed. My bad. Drop my Chain of Perfection stacks. You kind of want to stay back here, though, because if you go forward, you're going to spawn the other Thresher that's in there, and you don't want to do that. Dodge that one, finally. I think I dodged it. I don't even know. Okay, he's done just like that. We loot all this stuff. Infinite food source, by the way, is going to go ahead and be these eggs. I forgot to show you guys that, but we'll go ahead and do that right now. We're just going to collect all the eggs we see. There are some eggs back there. We'll collect them on the way back up. And you already heard that I spawned this guy. That's fine. Or aggroed him, not spawned him. Chain of Perfection speeds this up astronomically, but you can still do this, again, without Chain of Perfection. And I did it for a while without Chain of Perfection. It's not going to be as fast, but you can still, obviously, do it decently fast, I'd say. Max Chain of Perfection stacks makes this really easy. Loot all this stuff in here. Get yourself some notes. Or some gear that has DVM. Obviously, check the gear. Make sure it has no DVM on it before you're selling it. And, oh, more eggs. Forgot about that. Gonna walk out of here with a lot of eggs, guys. A lot of eggs. Put the 4 DVM cloak on. Put the, we're not gonna put the black parka on. Brown parka, no thank you. Some DVM boots I see. We'll just put those on. Grand find the backpack just for more. Actually, wait, I'm trolling. Where's that 4 DVM scarf? Put that back on. Take the backpack off. We don't want that. We don't really care about carry load right now because we're not trying to farm as many. We're not trying to farm notes. We're trying to farm XP. We're trying to make this go a little bit faster. As you saw, I had no gear on. Now I have like 1 scarf on. Just gonna go up here to this cave. Try and follow my path exactly. The Deep Thresher Nest is where we're going. Climb up this way, and then immediately look back for combat, because you will spawn or aggro the King Thresher. Somehow I messed that up. Unlucky. Messed that one up too. It's okay though. So even without my stacks, I should be fine. Wow, that lag is crazy. 240 ping, and I'm still dodging this somehow. Might die if the ping does not go down. It is insane. You can dodge pretty much anything that this guy throws at you, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I will die here probably. I can't even see what. Okay, he just dead. So we're gonna go ahead and swap servers, and then this is how you get out of the void zone. I guess we'll wait until this thing comes up on me. It's really cool. Yeah, that's somehow this server just went to complete poop randomly. That does happen sometimes. It's really annoying. That's definitely the most annoying part about playing Deepwoken is the servers are so insanely inconsistent. If that does happen to you, just get out of here. If you have a guild chime, open your guild in here. Go ahead and heal. Actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to do it like we don't have a guild chime or we don't have anything. So we're going to craft our campfire pit. Put the campfire pit down. You cannot put it down in the void zone. It just doesn't. I don't even think it stays lit. It's just not a good thing to do. Light it with my flint, rest, put the eggs on the crafter, craft my omelets, all the way to 7, and I'm chilling. And I can just infinitely eat those eggs, and I think let's take a look at some XP real quick, yeah, should we? Do that one time, that one time. Okay. Now it's all strength. Easy XP right here. Just easy. Next talent point. And I'm just going to speed through these talent points to kind of show you guys, like, does not matter what I take. Does not matter really anything. As long as you know the patterns of the monsters, you're going to kill them fairly fast. Same with the boss. That's one thing I wish I was told, is like you can play whatever you want. It might not be, you know, 100 million DPS like you know, God Slayer build or whatever, but like if you're PvEing, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do as long as you know the fight, the monsters, etc. And you can see this guy already spawned again. The server seems to be stabilized, so we're gonna go back. We unfortunately procced both of these guys. But I mean, I'll show you what to do. And yeah, we died. It's unfortunate. Yeah, so you don't want to do that, obviously. We'll just chalk that up to me dying on purpose to show you guys how to get out of the depths. They respawn really fast, but what I would have done is essentially go right back down, follow the path up. And, you know, that's pretty much the route, guys. And you get, like, a lot of XP really fast. And I don't really have to worry about Void Walkers or getting ganked. I mean, I will say you still have to worry about Void Walkers no matter where you're going. But Jellyfish, let them zap you, and then just start spamming your attacks. They die really fast. Usually, like, 3 or 4 attacks if you're not procced or spec'd for M1 heavy and stuff. But, yeah. They die fast regardless. So I am spawned on the good side. I always prefer, even if you're spawned over here, walk your butt around all the way to this side. Always go to this side when you're trying to escape the depths. Don't go to any other side. It's not a good idea. I don't like running around in the city of the depths because if you run around in that city, you can get angels spawned on you. You can just have a lot of bad things happen to you. So we'll just end the video here after I get out of the depths, and that's pretty much my quick new player progression guide. I don't care if you're not M1, it goes by pretty fast. I've done that on builds where I have no weapon proficiency and I'm going like Gale. For instance, I have like a progression series that's probably going to come out here with me doing that exact route on a Gale, and it's significantly slower, but it's still very good XP. So I want to kind of explain how to get out. Right when you come through this gate, if you hear this bell ringing, that means the bell has not been rung. Unfortunately, there's a lionfish there, but you're going to see that I'm not going to fight pretty much anything. I'm just going to run. So that's what we're going to do. Run right past this lionfish. Don't even care about it. Climb up here. Jump on the windowsill, then jump towards the bell, ring it, run out here to the left through this doorway. Then we're going to make another left. I don't care if there's things right here. We're just going to run right past them. Gonna go up these rocks. Once we're up the rocks, we're gonna ring the other bell that you can hear in the distance, which is right here, and jump right back out, and it opens the gate. Now I'm only power 9, so again, I think I might fight a Mudkipper or like one angel. Should be fairly simple. Just walk right on through here. I do want to note that you can actually roll clip through this. So yeah, if you're like wanting to save time or getting chased by something, just roll clip through that. Interact with the thingy, and now we just wait. Very simple, very easy. Sometimes if you don't move though, you will fall through the platform. So if you notice yourself start falling, move around so that way you don't fall through the platform, guys. Yeah, if you guys want any other new player guides, experiences, obviously let me know, leave a comment. There's a lot of things that I wanted to cover, especially with me being new, looking at guides, seeing how outdated they are, and this is definitely just the first one. Like, what do you do outside of Trial of 1? And then next after this is probably going to become like how to gear up for PvE at least, what to do past power 20, you know, end game stuff that you can kind of focus on. Let's try and focus up. So yeah, it's an angel. Should be fairly simple. He's bugged, which is hilarious. He unbugged himself. And he's dead that fast. Easy. So, that being said, we got ourselves out of the depths, and yes, it can be tricky grinding in that area. If you do one pull wrong, you might die. As you saw, I died there. But for the most part, like I said, it's very simple, very easy. Those things, they respawn really fast. I think if I get spawned back at my guild base, I'll show you guys just how fast they respawn, and then we'll end the video after that. So let's take a look at where we get respawned. So we got respawn Songseeker Wilds, that's fine. We just sail all the way back and we'd be fine. But yeah, that's essentially all I've got for you guys. I think, what did we do? We leveled. I think we can still level. We were power 8 and it took maybe 15 max minutes to get there. and just to do a route was like 5 minutes. And then if you don't feel comfortable killing the king threshers, you can log servers and just do the little 2 tiny threshers. I recommend doing the king thresher. Get used to that. Get comfortable with that, and the route becomes significantly better. But like I said, this is pretty much it for the video. If you guys liked it, obviously please like the video, subscribe, leave a comment how I can improve, what you want to see next, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.